It's like they've really spun a web. Our consciousness,
I can't describe how it
is slightly false.
To me, it's a slightly darker version.
Because there is a...
But I could look into my...
collective consciousness.
Imagination.
Truth is what real reality is based on.
Art in art is
all my crazy.
Your art is there.
Just because you say it's like that doesn't mean I'm going to read it.
They still don't know where consciousness is. So when I'm meditating... Yeah, I bet you do.
It's basically your heart.
Really?
Yeah.
Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon. Just gonna sort my mic out a little bit. I think I'm always breathing on it. It's a late one tonight. This is going to be episode 7, which the solo pods to me, just to explain to you, are either a momentary lapse of madness, or I don't know if that even makes sense, but I write them when I feel to, and when I feel I need to write them. And maybe they're just for me, but I hope you get something out of them too. But as I said, this one's a late one. Saturday night, I don't go to the pub much anymore. Maybe I'm a workaholic that likes spending a lot of time with a tortoise called Alan. But I was working on the next interview that I have on Monday, and mid-groove of being in the realm of what questions I should ask a philosopher of the mind and psychedelics, and then I got a phone call from my mum, who I would call the creator of all the sound you can hear right now, along with me afterwards. But I might get her on here one day, but she's a little bit shy. But she's a great cake maker in Spain. But leading to that, the fact that she is in Spain causes a little bit of a problem for me, because they've just said from the 1st to the 30th of December, you can't go unless you're vaccinated. And I got COVID, and I had it for a little bit, and I'm in the time frame when you can't get it, but I need to find out more tomorrow. But it looks like I'm not ready to really get it just yet, but everyone's being more and more pushed to get it, so maybe I might have to get it. I'm not sure. As you know me, some of you might be listening and been vaccinated. Haven't got a problem with that, so you shouldn't really have a problem where I've got it. I've just kind of got a small problem about getting it done, because we're being told to get it done by people that never really gave a shit about us. But anyway, I don't want to dive into that, and I don't want to get all depressing because it gets people's hairs up on the back of their neck. But it made me think about the importance of being present, and not being able to be with my family at Christmas made me really think instantly, really, to write a solo pod, to share the art of learning to be present. And I say the art of learning because I'm no master. But speaking of masters, Master Oogway from the Kung Fu Panda said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." That's why they call it the present. And the fact that he's a fucking tortoise, I love that film. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's absolutely amazing. And it's jokes. It's a panda who can... He's a fucking kung fu master, You can't really... You can't get better than that, really. I mean, they're the most clumsiest... there's even... Let's go in the conspiracies of pandas. There's even conspiracies that pandas aren't real. I think I have to stop it there, really, with conspiracies. I think they are real. But I think that's a great saying. I think my little brother has a poster of it as well. And in the present, I shall live. And I'll live by that. You know, because if you stop worrying about tomorrow and you stop worrying about what you did yesterday, unless it was really bad, and if you stop worrying about the fears you have of who you're going to be in the future, it all just kind of happens. And only now, right now, in a bit of sadness, you know, I've been away from my family for a while, so I'm used to not seeing them for long periods of time. But when you're excited to do something and then it's pulled from underneath you, you feel very present, because when you're in pain, or when you have a cold shower, or when you go running, when you do meditations, these things all put you into a present headspace, the here, the now. And I think that is one of the most amazing places you can be, because it shows how real the reality can be that you're in. And I haven't been to Spain for 7 years. Well, I haven't been to Spain for 7 years of a Christmas. I haven't spent Christmas. Usually I cook for my dad, or, you know, being a vegetarian, I've cooked a turkey before. It's not the easiest thing. I know other people would be like, I'll do one, but it's not. And I suppose really, that I won't be able to have that day of celebration I was looking forward to. You know, that day of family relationship. You know, because taking away the flat earth, the globalist earth, the comedy, the space, the psychedelics, the conspiracy, if you ain't got friends and family, you ain't got shit. You can have all the money in the world, but you can be lonely without friends and family. I do agree with getting to know yourself. Get to know yourself over a period through your life sometimes. Spend some time to yourself and understand yourself. But I think relationships, friends and family is where it's really at. And you're on this cosmic journey. Oh, excuse me. It is late and maybe I should have ate more today. But you are on this cosmic journey, and they say some for a reason, some for a season, some for a lifetime. And people come into your life and they come out of your life. And I think a lot of the time people around you they can be a reflection of you. I find a lot of people show me a good part of me, and a lot of people can show me a bad part of me. And most of the time it's something I've got to learn from them and they've got to learn from me. And understanding to be present in these situations and being able to acknowledge that you can see these things is very important, I think. And I'm not trying to be a philosopher just yet. I'm just trying to work my way through these solo pods and be confident in how I think and how I feel and how I want to tell people that. And present is, you know, that's why they call it a gift. Someone to appreciate it with or enjoy that present moment. You both share. And let's face it, sharing in this time is becoming, I think, a bit of a dying trait, which we should revive. You know, people just they're just not as kind anymore, and we're being more and more fucking divided through countries, through cultures, through colours, through everything. You know, through non-vaccines, from being vaxxed, from, you know, vegetarian to vegan to meat eaters to everyone's in their own fucking tribe, and we're all just one fucking human species. So just try and be a little bit more present. Just be a bit more, you know, happy with the moment, I suppose, or sad in the moment, or consistent in the moment. And enjoy what you have, but be pissed off when you want to be at the same time. I heard Matthew McConaughey said as well, what was it? He said that he reads his lines and learns the ways of his character. When he's sad, when he's happy, when he's jealous, when he's unmotivated, when he's depressed. And I could only imagine that is to learn how to be present with the character he's meant to portray, with his own character, how to blend it together. Because I mean, that's so present-minded when you think about it. Like, you wake up today and I suppose he might think in a way that it's like, right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that now. You know? I feel shit. You know, because that's when you don't want to do things. But the present doesn't change to your emotion. The present is there. So I think that you should take every moment you can, no matter how you feel towards it, and try and do your best with that. But there's not much I can do when it comes to getting to Spain without being vaccinated. I'm going to give him a call tomorrow and see what the crack is. But it's not looking good, and I'm not sure where this is all going. You know, we've all been there now. A lot of people have been vaccinated, and now there's a new fucking strain. So, you know, and this might lose some people, but you know, if I've lost you, I've lost you. But at the same time, if you're with me, you're with me. And I'm not marching the streets just yet, but you know, I think there's a bit more to it than what's going on a lot of the time. And I suppose being present to me is something I practice every day. I practice being present for at least 30 minutes to half an hour. And I mean really, really present. Closing my eyes, viewing your thoughts like that phantom traffic jam you get sometimes on the motorway that gradually disappears like it wasn't even there before. And for me, the present tends to greet you like it's always known you. Just like the reassurance of a good friend. You can always count on to be there. And you know, I know I've been a bit soppy in the last two pods. The last one was about death. But this is my way. This is what I'm going to be talking about. It's not going to be all doom and gloom. I'm going to bring the comedy back, and then there's going to be some more regular appearance of regular guests. And you know, I'm not always going to be doom and gloom, but we're all on a journey, and you have bad days just like I do. And if you want to understand mine so I can help yours, and if I can understand yours to help mine, I think we can all help each other. But yeah, sometimes it's a bit shit, isn't it? What can you do? You just get up again, you get on with the same shit that you enjoy, that I hope you're doing something you enjoy. You know, because I think we might not be able to take the memories with us when we go, but I think that last minute before you do, pop your clogs, let's say, I think that's what you visualise. When that DMT is released into your nugget, and all of a sudden you see the whole 90 years that you survived, and everyone you met, and everyone you knew, and all those Christmases you had with your family, and all those times you enjoyed, and all those times you were kind. That's what it's about. And they're all the present moments that you were there for everyone else. And that's just fucking gold. And that's why I love life, and I love talking about it. And I think I'm going to talk about it for a lot longer. I don't give a shit if it pays me. I really don't. I mean, I care if you do that $1.99 for Patreon. but I'll do it for free, you know, because this helps me. And if I can help others, I think that's golden. Golden, golden, golden. So that's it. A nice little 14 minutes, maybe 15 by the time I finish this sentence, but I just think when I feel it, and, you know, let's not make it so orchestrated on when these solar pods are going to come, but when they do come, they'll be packed full of emotion and packed full of probably nonsensical garbage that you find interesting, I hope. But my main thing is to give you value and allow me a place to speak about it. And if I can find more things along the way, I will. And the next episode after The Philosopher of Mind, maybe a good friend of mine, or it may be someone else, but I've got 4 more booked after that, so it's rolling, we're going, and I am so fucking pumped doing this. I love it. I love researching people and learning their perspective and giving everyone a chance, because that's what I've started to realise coming from talking to a flat earther, you know, and talking to everyone else. Just because one person has a different perspective, I mean, yes, it is a crazy perspective, it's completely opposite, it's so far out there, but why are you going to shut anyone up? You know, they might have some value, but you also have to be careful how much you take in and where you take it in from, and whether that information is good or not. But leave that to me, and you can do the listening. And thanks for listening. I will see you on the other side. And yeah, next one, I promise, next solo, uplifting thing. I'm going to be bringing in some Alan Watts funny philosophy, some good vibes, good vibrations, and, you know, nothing but a funny fucking soul to deliver some bad comedy that you might find funny sometimes. Anyway, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Have a good day, whatever you're doing. If this was on your train journey, I hope it, you know, goes quick, and I hope your day at work is fantastic.
It's like they've really spun a web. Our consciousness
I can't describe how it is.
is slightly false
To me, it's a slightly darker version,
because there is a
but I could look into my
collective consciousness.
imagination.
Truth is what real reality is based on.
Art in age as well.
All my crazy.
Your art is there.
Just because you say it's like that doesn't mean I'm going to read it.
They still don't know where consciousness is. So when I'm meditating, yeah, I bet you do.
It's basically your heart.
Really?
Yeah.